All right, what we're gonna do here is we have a flat stone, which happens to be square in this case. Doesn't have to be, but it's flat and it's pretty thin. So you can use any flat bead that has the hole drilled straight through for this to work the way I'm gonna show you. On this particular one, I would have liked the hole to be drilled in the top, in the corners, because I wanted to hang like a diamond. But unfortunately, the hole is right here. Not a big problem. All we got to do is just kind of be a little more creative with our wire. So first, I'm taking about 18 inches to be safe. It's 22 gauge. That's what works best for this. And so I'm bringing the stone to the middle of the wire, as I always do. So the wire's coming through there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bend the wire up here and make my loop. Bend this wire down here and make my bottom loop. Here's the fun part. Now this, immediately, I'm going to string my 2 beads on there. 3 beads, rather. So 4 millimeters is just so cute for this. You can use 6. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. But I think 4 millimeter beads are so tiny and they're so cute. And that's when you stack them up, they're just like, don't mind me. I'm looking for the right colors. But you got your little 4 millimeter beads in here, and they're just so cute. And what do I use for this mother of pearl? I love the mother of pearl. By the way, this whole piece is a seashell. This is seashell. This is seashell. Only the blue is an agate, but it has the similar translucence. I love the iridescence of seashell or mother of pearl beads. They're so cute. I'm gonna show you the 3D-ness of this particular bead. Why do I have to show you that? I don't know. I just felt like it. Hopefully that won't be confusing. Okay, so anyway, immediately, pretend the purple is our wire. So immediately we string these through. And then what we do here is immediately we just scarf. This particular wire, the one at the bottom that we're left with, these can now come together like this, and I'm going to make like a pretty pattern with them together. Got to bump those beads over, excuse me beads, you know, whatever pattern, and then I'm going to come up here and scarf this guy. Then I'm going to finally come around the back behind it and scarf the bottom again, because I did one without doing that and it was a little too flimsy. I might be using 24 gauge in this. I know I'm saying 22. This stuff is really flimsy, and there's a spool of it without it being marked, and I don't have any other wire to compare it to. So if it's 24, then, you know, I'll make it work. But 22 is ideal. All right. And then with the bottom loop, you can hang some charms. You can hang some cool stuff, you know, make it a little bit more interesting. Or you can not, whatever. And of course, the top is where you put the earring hook. Rip. It's kind of an ugly earring hook there, but you get the idea. Just jam that right in there. Yes. Ta-da! So here we are. Again, find this, come to the middle. Bring the 2 ends together, make sure you're in the middle. And then this is going to be my top, this is going to be my bottom. Let me zoom out a little. So I'm bending it up here. I'm making my little loop here. Making sure that loop lands right on the corner, because there's nothing holding it there but my eyeball watching it. Make sure it's the size I want. Roll it just right. And, oh, I got to pinch this one too. That's about to fall out. Okay. And do the same thing here. Get my loop. Roll it. Oh, this wire is flimsy. I'm telling you, I think this is 24, but whatever. You guys use 22. That's what you want for this. Maybe it is 22. I'm just not used to how flimsy it is. Okay. Just to give these guys extra stability, just twist them around one time carefully. I'm saying carefully because they're kind of held precariously on the corner of this square right now. There's really nothing holding them there yet. Okay, see, look at that. They just want to fall off. So this one, we're coming around the front, and we're immediately going to stack our 3 beads. Make sure you put them in the direction, in the order you want, obviously. Get on there. Now, try to get them in the middle of the stone. You're going to crimp them later to hold them right in place, but for now, just kind of get them generally where you want them to be, and you're going to scarf this guy. Doesn't matter really from what side you come, I don't think, but I think it feels more natural to come from this side. All right, so automatically this, or immediately, this is super loose. I don't like it at all. But we're scarfing him, keeping these guys here, and then gonna come up. Oh man, this is so flimsy. All right, we're being adventurous. Just think of it like that. Okay, I'm pressing my fingernail against the stone with these 2 strands that are now together, and I am carefully swirling them, trying not to bump the beads, but I am doing it anyway. That's okay, because I want my pretty pattern. I must have it. My pretty pattern I shall have. Do one more swirl and then come up to the top. Just pressing it carefully with my fingernail. See, the beads are all over the map. Okay. Now you don't have to do it my way. At this point you can start going around the beads, securing them. You know, this is just, you find your voice. You can copy this exactly to help yourself learn, or because it's fun, or find your own way. But see, you got a pretty pattern there next to the beads. Now we're going to scarf this top. You can go around once, twice, 27 times. I'm going to go around about, let's see, 3 times. Make it real pretty. There we go. And then, see, this is still unstable here, and this is unstable here. So we're coming straight down the back. Straight down the back. Pull everything tight. Coming right to here, and now we're going to scarf this guy really good. Really tight. And he's got 3 also. So make sure your loop is big enough that it can handle that. Otherwise, you know, do 2. Just carefully cut that off. Make sure you're cutting the right part of the wire, not the loop. Leaving just enough of those 2 ends to tuck them in the bowl that was made by the scarf. Very carefully. Sometimes with wire this thin and getting in a tight spot like that, you can use like a sometimes you might want to just use one part of your pliers to just push it, or you can even use a pen or a toothpick or something. Okay, so now we have this. This, actually, you could decide which side you want to be, top or bottom. If you're doing earrings and you do them both the same, you could flip one, and then you'll have, you know, them opposite, kind of how people usually do earrings. So I'm just pushing these where I want them. Everything's tight, everything feels good. All right, now make sure those beads are right where we want them, and we're going to do a good hard crimp right there, and a good hard crimp right there. Sorry if I went off screen. So those beads will not move. Now they're kind of pushing up against my pretty design. I want them a little off to the side, so I'm pulling on them. But that's pretty secure. Everything is pretty secure. And since this is an earring and not a pendant, it's not going to get as much handled as roughly. Like a pendant gets banged against everything, and you know, you forget it's on your chest, carrying something heavy, put a box against your chest, hug someone. Pendant takes a beating. Earrings, they're already in a delicate part of your ear, so you're more gentle with them because you don't want to hurt your ear. Okay, so give that a little twist. You can always just tighten stuff up everywhere. Give that a little twist there on that edge. And then the back. Give that a nice crimp. Just tighten up everywhere. You know, give it 2 or 3. If the earring flips backwards, you'll get to see this cool lightning bolt design, right? But now make sure nothing moved in the front. If it did, put it back. Pretty design. Yay. So now put some little beads to hang down.